Welcome to Daily Game Design. Yeah, it's an odd time. So this morning I decided to take Sugar Shack to virtual playtesting, VPT. By the way, wow, an afternoon stream, I have no hope for stability here. So I'm just going to power through. I've got a lot of things to think about. There were some serious fundamental problems with the game. But also probably more importantly right now, the graphic design just got hammered because the icons were not super clear. Too busy. Actually, what it did was really made me wonder. Actually, just before I started stream here, I really wonder if a board is more appropriate. So something where I don't feel as much pressure to cram everything in. So I'm kind of thinking right now, maybe I should just see what it looks like to go to a board setting. Yeah, trying to squeeze everything onto cards just really is not working. So yeah, I'm wondering if there is a way, if there's a way to reconceptualize this whole thing on a board. There are also some other really interesting notes of feedback. One of them was about the workers and the amount, like the regularity with which you had to recall workers, especially with the tweak I made with the taps and the possibility that you might only have. I eliminated a worker from the recall action, like at the start of the game. And it really did result in just recalling all the time. Like you could recall every other turn, almost. And is that fun? No, because then you're just running your little Sugar Shack process every other turn, shoving cubes around. And yeah, I can see that was a basic issue. So what I'm wondering is just as by way of experimentation. Oh wow, I haven't thought about a game board in a while. But if I had something here like this, just a 8.5 by 11 type thing. So the issue of placing out workers, there's a really interesting idea. Number one, it's that if you have a game where there's only a very small number of places you can go, a worker placement game, if there are only a few locations, then especially once you start taking turns, it's like massively constrained. And like that's not that fun. So as in you feel like you can't go anywhere, you can't do anything. So some of the feedback was to experiment with a bumping mechanism. So I can appreciate that. I'm just going to be deleting all these cards or these sheets because this is the print and play stuff for the surfing game. Oh, I got our Stonemaier games, so really pumped about that. We got Origin Story, Wormspan, Finspan, and Between Two Cities. Do I know why Tyler was interested in Between Two Cities? No, I don't. But we got a copy for the play to win, so that's cool. Okay, now time to imagine some big changes. Okay. So what are the locations? One thing that Chris pushed back on was keeping things like languageless, language independent. He wasn't a big fan of that, and I think I understand. Um, okay, but this is Sugar Shack. Let's call it board. Yeah, just board is fine. Okay, still 8 locations. You know what? I can basically borrow everything from here. I think I would leave the Sugar Shacks on the cards. I would add. You know what? I'm also gonna leave this stuff on the cards. I think it's really the locations. Hmm. It's this stuff I'm gonna transfer over here. I'm gonna try if the internet works. It doesn't really look like it's working. Okay, I'm gonna try to keep everything the same size right now. The kind of crazy thing is, I feel like I only have internet issues during stream. Like I can't think of. I mean, there might be very rare occasions where, um, yeah, something isn't quite right. Maybe the way to do this is to group everything, so I can kind of stack them for now. So my goal here is to play with the idea of a game board so that I can figure out how to move. Huh. So that I can figure out how to like tame the iconography a little bit more. I'm just wondering if by moving things off of the cards, not trying to squeeze everything onto the cards, I wonder if that will help, or if no matter what, just the busyness here is going to be just a fundamental problem no matter what. Here's some good news. So, I think Chris understands that this style of game is not his favorite style. So, he was able to kind of accept that he's not the target audience. And I think that's important because I think that's true. This is my first attempt at a medium or medium light medium game. And he said, as far as like rules complexity, it was there. In other words, I should take it to the Wednesday group that they have, because the Monday Thursday group tends to be lighter. And so that was actually welcome feedback. The fact that probably in terms of target complexity, I'm there or close. So that's actually pretty cool. Yeah, look at how massive all this stuff is. I think a big thing is that the mayor cards need like a full redesign for sure. Okay, so I think that's all the locations. Yeah, big complaint, big distraction was the fact that everything seemed to lack consistency. Even though I feel like I've actually worked pretty hard to try to, it's just not clicking. So, very unfortunate. So the question is, can I lay everything out in a different way so that like the town hall definitely needs to be in the middle. So what I don't, I mean, I think I've been fairly happy with the gameplay in general, but yeah, with what I tweaked recently, it could be that it's just not. I mean, I think these guys had a good point. You know that the flow is off. Something definitely needs to be done. So if the meeples come in here, the thing is, how do you show an effect? That's a big question. Like, here's a location, but how do you illustrate that there's some kind of effect? I think that's where we'll just need like a box, like another, a colored what is that? Oh. So it's kind of funny that Chris also is a little bit irritated with so many fonts, but really, there's only, I think there are two main fonts or three main fonts. Shoot, now I can't remember. But all of the all of the buildings had different fonts, like the banners on the buildings. So that maybe was a little bit irritating. I really need to get some exercise. So find some consistency. Like the town hall is just kind of a weird place. Now I'm already basically tempted to oh. I'm already kind of tempted to build cards around these things just to delineate them, which I think the purpose anyway. Hmm. I don't know. Let me work on something other. Let me work on the market. So how can I lay out? Hello. How can I lay this out so that um, oh, I need the ability to cover this up with the mayor card. Okay, so let's say the market is. Let's kind of stick with um, the sizing for now, but stick with the idea that um, that the markets are kind of on the edge. Can move the warehouse closer to the middle. Hmm. Why is this having such a hard time? So I wonder if I need to. I wonder if I can add like a base to the building, which is pretty much what this green strip is doing. Oh wow. Huh. So if I add a base, what happens? So I'm gonna add a block. How to do this? Yeah, I kind of feel like um, okay, let's try this. I also think I just kind of want to get rid of the transparency here. Like, how can I just make it this color? Just eliminate the transparency. Bow down. Let's do this and this. And then there just needs to be what you do and then what you get. Right? So what you do and what you get. Oh, these are grouped. Right. Okay, is that not clear? Feeling is that is really, that's pretty good. It's small, but it's pretty good. Let me tackle a more difficult one. Let's try the warehouse. Okay, so this is the goal. I'm going to grab this stuff. Okay, and then we'll build the warehouse. I'm going to try. I'm going to see if it translates. I feel like it will not. This guy. Um, I would like to. Oh, you know what I'm going to try? This is not great, but I'm going to try this. Drop this in the middle here. It's slightly small. Drop it in the middle. Okay, so I'm going to move you right here. Actually, no. Let me undo that. Let me just pick a font or something. Let me just use the name. What's a good? What's the font? What's the font we're using already? Okay, well the thing is, now I'd have to have like a kind of description of like the end of round, right? I still feel like it's too powerful. This is still kind of weird. The thing is, though, I'm confident that there's something here. So, you know, it might not be the style for those guys, and there could still be, and there definitely are like fundamental problems, but there is something here. And I actually saw them like even though they weren't a huge, they weren't really fans of, you know, the flow, in that they did a lot of recalling and you are just kind of pushing cubes around. I actually saw the thing flow kind of like I was hoping, actually. I mean, the way that the Sugar Shack kind of moved, it was okay. Maybe not perfect, but it was okay. Actually, I kind of like doing this the opposite way. I put you up here like this. And then these drop just like this. These would drop down here. It's harder to see the meeple, so that's a problem. It's crazy how much time this stuff takes. Like, this is a kind of complicated one, right? Because I think I should copy this. Because it's actually going to be, it's more like it's this one, right? So, yeah, ungroup. This goes away. Not this. I don't have a super good way of representing. Like, I just need an X over that. E of x. I still need the x. This guy. Okay, I think this kind of works. But I think I'll drop this legend right here. Yeah, get rid of this. Then this is gone. This is gone. Nope. Let's put these. Then do this. I mean, I think ultimately most of the changes I'm making could be on cards, but it also just might help if you know, if there's just more breathing room. Let's shrink these just a little bit. Like, that's not bad. It's like, I don't know if it's important to put like, roll the dice. I could put it at the bottom, but I could do this. Just like a little reminder. But it's still more icons, so I don't know if it's a great idea. Yeah, I don't really know what to do with this stuff. Should I put it above the building, below the building? Not too sure. Like the town hall's already a mess. Like, what's the town hall up to? Oh, you know what? I could still use this. I could just do this. I think what I do is I just leave this empty, right? I mean, I could put an X in it, but I don't really want to. Right? But that would be one way to do it. And then just get rid of these. Drop this guy in there. Because there is no cost in cubes, right? Wow. Not good to be this tired in the afternoon. Okay, and this stuff is kind of acting like it wants to be at the bottom. Might be because I had my last root beer float of my stash from Saturday. I'm just like sugar crashing after that. So this is Town Hall. And this can go somewhere in here. These should all technically be aligned. Oops. Group these. Oh, I meant center. Okay. Well, I'm like literally falling asleep on stream. That's crazy. I'll probably have to find a way to just really like delineate everything. All right. I think I should probably take a break. I think I like this direction. I'm still trying to kind of figure out how to organize everything. But yeah, it seems like I'm gonna rest for a little bit because we got games tonight. Should be a good night. We have Ming coming by. Ming did a board game call. For one of the cons and is heading to game night with a bunch of bags of games. So it should be pretty nuts. All right. Well, yeah, OBS is struggling a little bit. I think that's it for me. Thanks for hanging out. I feel like this is at least a kind of improvement. And I can for sure kind of tweak the sizes here. Like the way that these are settling in is not bad. Right? Like I could print and play with this. I would just need to figure out the meeple size. Right? But I do like how clear everything is looking. Just need to figure out what to do with the areas where you like interact with stuff. So yeah. You know what I just realized is what I can do is instead of placing a card, I think I should have the cards like on the board next to the town hall or something like that. And that way and actually have a worker that looks like that's a different shape and is the mayor. The mayor can just kind of travel around. Interesting, actually. Yeah. All right. I will see you. Have a great evening, afternoon, night. All right. Bye-bye for now.